Good morning, BIIIGers. Today we are starting Wednesday's Casing Creators. Today I'm going to be casing a video by my friend Sin over at Stampin MunchKins. So she was casing a video by Call Me Crafty Al, Alicia, who did a video called 4 on Friday using embossing folders. So these are some of the same. It turns out what started me thinking about this is that Sin and I had the exact same embossing folder, and that's this one. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one, which is the closest to white dots, Swiss dots that I could get. This one called Dots and Points, actually. I'm going to use this one because it turns out I don't have two floral ones. So I have this one that looks sort of like butterflies that I'm going to use in a floral way. And I also have this one. It turns out I have the wood grain look one that Sin didn't have that Call Me Crafty Al did. So those are the four we're going to use. We're probably going to do them in this order. So let us start, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, so for this one, I used white paper. There we go. I was going to do an all white card, so I ran this through. I have a Gemini Junior. So I used, this is 80, it's actually 110-pound cardstock. I used the mat, the puffy mat that comes with it, and just the two outer card things, the two outer plates that come with it. And so this is the mat that we are going to do. This card is 4.5 by 5.5 by 4.25. I'm going to cut a little bit off of it. So it's 5.25 by 4. I was going to cut a little bit off this side. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trimming it down so just the embossed part shows. And now I'm going to show you what I did. So, I'm trying not to let my glass mat show everything. So what I did was I used the Lily die, what's it actually called? Yeah, Lily Dynamics from MFT. So they're cut apart, but that's what I used, the Lily Dynamics from MFT. And I cut each one out 3 times. I embossed it a little bit with marker. I only have what do I have? I have Spectrum Noir markers. So on the green, I used AG2 to make it a little bit more exciting. And then on the lilies, I used Flesh FS6, which matched the best with the pink that I used. The pink is just some pink that I've had. And this is what I'm going to do. I am just going to put my, and I'm literally, I used scraps. For the lilies, I did. That's what I used. And as you can see, they have like this little yellow piece there. And I thought maybe you'd like to see me putting it together. So that's what I thought I would do to show you. All right. And then we have the leaves. We have lots of leaves. You know, we have lots of leaves. The cool news about the glue, so you can pick it up, put this down, put some more glue on it, put it back down. There goes my bird. She's like, wait, you are crafting without me. If you follow me on YouTube, you will see that said bird loves to help me craft. Loves to. I suggest you follow me. My name is Cindy Ellen Robinson on my YouTube channel. I mean, on my Instagram channel too. She's kind of hilarious. Yeah. So I cut out a whole bunch of these so you could see what they all look like. You know, you never know whether or not you're going to need these or not. I have need of a sympathy card. So that's what I'm currently making. I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't talk when I'm crafting. But there you go. Sometimes that embossing folder can just add just a little bit to when you're doing die cuts. I love doing die cuts. So there we have it. There we have it. And now I'm going to pick up all the rest of these. That I'm probably going to put on a white card base, but I'm not going to do that. You're probably going to see, you probably saw it in the thumbnail. Yeah. What are you doing, Mags? Okay, now the bird and the dog are having a chase under my feet. So there we go. All right. So our second card is with this embossing folder, the one with the dots. And my idea was that I was going to run my Versamark ink over it and then emboss it with white powder, kind of the way that Sin did it, but I was a little heavy-handed. Didn't like that. So this is what I did instead. I did another one. Ha, ha, ha. This one is cut down a little bit. So I cut it down. I think I already cut it down to 4, but I don't think I've cut it down to 5 1/4. I have not. So we're going to cut it down a little bit on this side, and we're going to cut it down a little bit on. I'm going to cut off most of this row of dots since they didn't emboss well. All right, there we go. Now, for these, I used the Joy die from MFT. This came with a card kit that I bought at Christmas time from MFT a while back. And then I used the Lawn Fawn Build a House die. Oops, wait a minute. No, I didn't. I used their Simply Celebrate Winter. I used this strip with the trees, and I used Winter Village, and I used all the little houses. Yes, I did. Okay, now we're going to put the card together. I also used a Hill die, I think from Lawn Fawn. It's part of this set, And you're gonna see that you're gonna see where I use the fence later on, but anyway, right now we just used this part to create a hill. All right, so let's glue this hill on. So one of the things I always suggest to people is that you make the part you're gluing on longer than you think you need, because it's easier to trim it off. Once you trim it off, you're done. Like, so you can't make a short piece longer, you gotta start over. So it's always easier to make a long piece shorter than it is to make a short piece longer. Yeah, that. So, always what I do. And as I've showed you before, here's my glass tile. We're going to put that on there. And again, so this is the other piece. I don't know if you can tell from the piece of glitter paper I used. This is the glitter paper that came in a kit that I bought. That's something else I'm doing. So I'm using that. There's a small bird beside me trying desperately to get on up here so that she can play with the mama. She loves to play with the mama. Somebody asked about non-stick scissors. I love non-stick. These are my favorite non-stick scissors. Although they need to be cleaned every once in a while. They're the Tim Holtz serrated scissors. They cut this stuff really well. So here's what we do. Now I'm gonna match this up to my hill. Okay, and I might make sure, see under there? Oh, I did a good job. Okay, so I don't need any more of this. Oh, waste not, want not. We'll put that back over there. Actually, this is how these little bits end up on here. Yes, they do. Now some more trimming down. Yep. There we go. Throwing things away. I'm one of these people who cleans up while we go. The bird's like, what? I get a... And see. Now we're gonna trim down bunches of trees. There we go. Let's see how we're going to do this. That's good. So, we're going to do this in the sky. Remember, this is like smaller than the card base. So, there you have it. I love dots because they can line up right on your thing, right there. Again, no. So one of the reasons I picked Lawn Fawn was because my friend Zin had picked Lawn Fawn. And I thought to myself, ooh. So, you know, you save your sparkle paper. This dark blue sparkle paper came from, I think it was Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I can't remember. Anyway, I bought a sheet of it just to see what it was like. and I've been, oh God, using it for ages now. So it's one sheet, one letter of the sparkle paper, again scraps, and then 2 things of white, also scraps, because no one's gonna see it, you know? So there you have it. Again, I really recommend glass tiles. They're really heavy, works better than your cell phone, but do make sure you've got your letters where you want them. And then put that down, making sure you have all the other little pieces. Yeah, and now we have, see, all the little houses. Look at all the little houses. Oh, they're so cute. See, we can tuck them in there. So there you go. There you go. I've got another trick for you too. See, we might want to put down the trees first. Okay, so we're going to put down the little trees first. Yay! I love crafting. I do. I kind of wish like people could talk back. That's like the best bit. So, yeah. So here we go. Here we go, a wassailing among the leaves so green. Oh, here we go, a wassailing, so fair to be seen. You thought we were going to waste this, didn't you? No! No, no waste. Never any waste. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. This just proves I'm a Brit. Yeah. There, that one's up on the hill. We're gonna tuck this one down in the snow, maybe with some trees behind it. I'm gonna put some trees behind it. See, you never worry about cutting things off on the side because, you know, you can always tuck it behind something. I know, bird. I know. There is a bird down here going absolutely bonkers because she's like, you're talking to somebody and it's not me. Oh, crap. So the oh crap is she just figured out how to jump up here, which is not good. No, it's not. So I wondered if I was going to keep these, and the answer is no, I'm not. But I am going to put them in the curve of the hill. Maybe I'll put them in the curve of this hill, because the curve of that hill might match them better. Nope, I'm going to put them down here. So here she comes. Here she comes. She's so proud of herself. Yes, she is. There she comes. I don't know if you can see her, but she is quite proud. Oh, yes, now you can, because she's like, Mama, let me help you with that. Yeah, yeah, no. Nope. See, so one of the other things you always do is you always color more than you need. Then you can add them to your house stash in the, hey, did I say? So yeah, this is what I deal with all the time. Hey, who's on my card? Get off my card. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to move it over just a little bit so that, yeah. Love and joy come to you, and to you your little houses too. Yeah, nope. Nope. Yeah, sometimes we have to hold things very, very high. And we'll love all your little, little houses. roses. Yes, we will. Good thing I stopped my camera in the middle there, because you know what? I'm gonna have to remove bird from the middle. Yeah, because she's currently eating glue. Is this good for birds? No. Does this happen on the regular at my house? Yes. So those of you who have toddlers, I totally get it. So do I get it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and she can't even fly. Yeah. So oftentimes I'm up in the middle of the night making these videos because sigh. Yeah. Sigh. Yeah. Because if I'm not, she chews things up or she eats glue. So there's a group that I belong to called Handmade Happiness. They have a lot of subscribers who are right between, well, between like 100 and 1,000 subscribers. They're not monetized. And we would love it if you would subscribe to our channels. Why? Because when you do, it adds to our playlists, and then we rise up in the ranks, so to speak, which is cool. So there's one house I didn't use, so I can stick it. So this is what I do with them. I stick them in the back of my thing. Actually, you know what? The one that I may stick in the back of my thing is this one. And I may actually, stick it on the back of that, and then I can put it away. Because I just don't like the balance. You know, sometimes, no, you can't just eat off. Here, eat that. You want to eat that? How about these? You guys are going to have so much fun when you see this video because, yeah, no. What you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? What I'm doing is trying to peel off some tape here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's gonna work better. I'll put this little house up on the hill here on the side of the card. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna take these off of here. We're going to pick up Small Bird. Come here. Put Small Bird on my shoulder because that keeps him out of trouble. Now, watch this trick. White Nouveau drops do not dry clear. And watch, now that we've got all of this down. Oh, Small Bird is like, oh, you're playing with something, Mommy. Yes. There you go. Snow on the house. And then you can also put some snow on these houses. You know, where there wasn't snow. And someone is eating. My fingernails. So happy about that. And then, she says, removing the card so someone can't beak it. To be just like Little Lake Sin. We're just gonna put some silver drops, some stickles randomly. There we go. I am so going to do this voiceover. Yes, I am. There we go. And there's card number 2. Now to get. So this embossing folder looked sort of like butterflies to me. I don't know if you can see it. Sort of look butterflies to me. This is the way it came out. So one of the things that Sin did is, well, all of them did, was they embossed on vellum. So you may have noticed that I really like paper piecing. So this is a piece of paper that I had from a long time ago. And this measures currently, let us see what this measures. So this measures almost 6 by 5.5. And this measures 4 3/4 by 6.5. So I think we're going to put it on like this. So the cool thing about this, I got this vellum paper from, I believe it was, might have been Joann's on sale. You know, back in the clearance department, the place where you never leave the store before you do that. So the cool news is this is literally all backed by sticky. Is that cool or what? I love that. So, well, I have a choice. I can, how am I going to stick this on here? I think I may actually stick it on the end here. And there it is. So you can see the paper, you can see the flowers through it. I like that. I like that a lot. Now I can peel this off of here. I'm going to bend this over the back. Watch me go. And again, we're going to pull in our lovely little trimmer thing. And we're going to trim off the parts of the vellum that are not embossed. Okay, that is what we are going to do. And when I do that, actually I think I'm going to make this even smaller, because that way it comes out nicer. So I think I'm going to make this 4.5 by 5.5, which means it's going to be a little longer. One of the things I like to do, if I come down here and I line this up on the 4.5 line, and I line this up on this line here, then I know everything is going to be straight. And I push down on here, then, I don't know if you can see this, but this part is obviously crooked, right? Because I must have cut crooked before, all right? But I don't have to worry about that because that's all going in the garbage. And now this part is nice and straight, and you can see the flowers behind there, but you can also see the vellum on top. And now, as Sin did, I have this lovely, this is actually from the other side of the paper. So it's the same paper that's behind here, but it's a different piece of the same paper. And I used, these are Gina Marie designs from Cat Scrappiness. I think they're called lacy circles. I don't know, you're gonna have to look them up. But these are the ones I used. And then for this is the butterfly I used. Is that cool or what? So again, I use my Glimmer Mist sprays. And what I did was I cut out, these are Flutter of Butterflies, and they are retired from my favorite things, which is really too bad because they are amazing. They sold them, they sold the solids and they sold the intricate designs, the cutouts. And this is probably my very favorite set of butterflies. I think they're like 4 or 5 years old. If you ever get them, you should get them. And they match up perfectly. This is the one I used. They match up absolutely perfectly, and I adore them. I use them on lots of things. And some days when I'm just like bored, I just make a bunch of them and keep them in my drawers. Okay, so that's what we're using on this set. And this is orange, but I didn't like the way it matched. So then I did lime green. Literally is what I did, and it's nice and shiny. And so I think I'm gonna put some little bit of pop-up tape on the back of here. So on some of these, I'm not putting the sentiments that I'm gonna put on these off screen. What I've been doing after I do these videos is I've been putting the sentiments on. The white card ended up being we needed a sympathy card for some friends of ours. So that's what that one ended up. I don't know what this one's gonna end up. It may end up an anniversary card. I don't know. You never know. You never know. One of the things about being a card maker is you never know. One of the other things I do is I just sort of make the card and figure it out later. So there you go. I thought that was kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool. So one of the other things I was thinking about doing is I was thinking about gluing down the actual butterfly and leaving the wings up. I think I'm going to do that. Because of the lace design, the sprays I used didn't, I just glued down the wings in the middle, and I didn't glue down the wings all the way through, so they look, so they have that sort of, oh, that came out cool. So there you go, card number 3. When I put a sentiment on, I'm gonna put it on there. There you go. That's a really pretty simple card. I suppose I could have cut down some of the vellum, but that's my card and I'm sticking to it. Yes. All right. Now, last and final card. So here we have, this was the wood card that Sin had some difficulties with, and I have to tell you, I had some difficulties with, so you can see. So I did this with 2 different inks. I did it with Potting Soil by Wendy Vecchi, Make Art, blendable dye ink, and with Simon Hurley's Gur ink pad. So I did it in 2 different ways. So this one has Gur on top and Potting Soil in the creases, and this one has no, we're going to reverse that. This one has Potting Soil in the creases and Gur on top. Now I can't remember. Hold on for a minute, we're going to check. Yeah, okay, so this one has Gur on top with Potting Soil in the creases, and this one has Potting Soil on top with Gur in the creases. There you go. When in doubt, we're going to check it out. And I was trying to decide which one I wanted to use as a background. Now, on Sin's card, she used this as a Halloween card, and I decided I too wanted to use this as a Halloween card. She used hers sideways or upright. I can't remember how she used it. Anyway, I think she used it upright. So one more time, you know, here you go. This is what it looked like. Mine is from the Paper Studio. So we're going to use, I'm going to show you two things. First of all, we're going to cut this down like I do most of mine. So we're going to cut this one down. This one I've decided is going to be my background because it's a little less dark, but I did sort of want it to be dark. It is indeed going to become a Halloween card. And it's a little long, but we're going to cut it to be 5 1/4. And I will show you how this goes. And I've already done a lot of the preparation for this card because, I'll show you why in just a minute. So remember when I said to you, wait a minute, I didn't use the haunted house, but I did use the haunted house in this one. There we go. Look at that. Is that cool or what? So this is Lawn Fawn's Build a House. And instead of using it for just a regular Build a House, I don't own the haunted house add-on, which includes a little tiny spider web and a little tiny bat and a little tiny ghost. So this is a clearly besotted ghost. There she is, and there's the Mag saying, no, Mommy, no, do not lock me out. But, you know, there we have it. So here is indeed the card, and here is the hill upon which I am going to build my house. Remember what I said? Always make sure your strips are longer than your card. So this is what I'm going to do. Yay! So this is the Avriel grass strips. And again, this is both sides of the hill that I am gluing on here in the grass. And I'll show you why in a minute. And here's the other side. This time, I'm gonna make sure, I happen to like to make sure that it's on the side that has that you cut out, so it's flatter. I like that. But here I'm gonna put the house down. There's the house down, do 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 do. The house down, do 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 do. Yes, we are. There's the house. Yeah. There's a little grass growing up among the leaves. Very cool. This is the Haunted House die by my Eerie Tree die that came in a Halloween set by MFT. So we are going to cut out a couple of trees. We are so it's a very funny thing. So sometimes my Altenew, let's get a bigger pair of scissors. Sometimes my Altenew machine will cut just perfectly and sometimes it won't. I have no idea why or why it won't sometimes, but I'm gonna cut it again out of this, out of the darker one, in hopes that it will be, I'm gonna cut that swirl out. Don't you think that will be fun? Yeah. Sometimes I need a shim and sometimes I don't. No idea why. There we go. Let's see this one. No need for a shim. God knows why. And it has nothing to do with on brand, off brand. You never know. but I don't want it to be, oh, that's not gonna show up nice. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it even darker. We're gonna make it even darker. Yes, we are. There we go. Let's see how that came out. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? Well, first of all, we're gonna put it in these guys. Get out the magic Sharpie that sits beside everything. I'm gonna outline it in some magic Sharpie. I may actually even color on it a little bit to make it kind of creepier. There we go. Actually, always have drawers near you because you never know when you're going to need stuff. You know? So when you're coloring stamps, you always want to color black from the back of your stamps, because if you don't, you're going to write on your stamp. Okay? You will miss, and if you color from the front, you're going to miss onto your drawing. And then you'll have to start all over again, and it will be bad. Bad, I tell you, just bad. Bad. So, all right, now it'll stand out. There you go. Do, 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 do. I know the reason why most of you follow me is for my excellent singing voice. All right, no. There we go. So there's the tree, the creepy tree. And now we're gonna put down the grass, the other grass. So everything is right. I had fun putting this together. You know, sometimes it's really fun to case somebody else's cards. You know, it's kind of fun because you can say, ooh, I could do that too, but I'm gonna make it my own. You know, and that's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. So there we go. And not to worry, because the very last things we have to put on here. So Queen and Company sold a truck kit a while back. And as part of their truck kit, they had pumpkins. Yeah. It came with all kinds of things. So it came with a truck, front view and side view, well, back view and side view. So you could put things in the trunk. And I've used it, I cannot tell you how many times. Sort of like the Spellbinders one that came in their card kit. The Queen and Company one's a little smaller. So it's one of the reasons why I did that. So, are these things all out of proportion? Yes. Do I care? No. No, I don't. So, there we have them, the cards. And this is the last thing I am going to do on this card. Ooh, now I'm starting to feel like it's fall. I am. Look, it's like carving pumpkins, only not really. There you go. And we're going to carve these pumpkins' eyeballs. carve him a nose. There we go. Yep. So there you have it. 4 for 4. I hope you like it. And if you really like the content, I hope you will subscribe. Hit that button and subscribe to my channel.